It's the Boston Bad Santa right here at Revere TV this week. We got a great show for all you Revere people. That's right. Have you been naughty? Have you been nice? Because you better, because Santa Claus is on his way to Revere. He's making some very nice presents for some very nice people. Was it Dasher? Was it Dancer? Was it Prancer? Or was it Vixen? Could it be Comet or Cupid or Donna or Blitzen? Or don't forget Vixen, and don't forget the famous one of all. That's right, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and this week we got a great show for you. Santa Claus is here. The Boston Bat Santa. We got a stocking here with some gifts in here. Let's see what they sent down to Revere TV for the Legends of Pro Wrestling. What do we have here? We got something coming. Oh, we have a little dress here. I believe this is a dress for Bella. You know Bella, the mascot, the dogs of the Boston Bad Boy, Rocky Raymond. He told me to come back this year with some nice gifts for his dogs, and I'm going to give this to Bella. That's right. And let's see what else we got in here. We got something else. It feels like paper. I can't believe it. What is this? It's $100 bill. Can you believe it? Someone sent a $100 bill to Legends of Professional Wrestling. Okay, we're going to send this to the right people, and we're going to use this directly for the Legends. Maybe we'll take them out to eat. Our guests love to eat after the show. And I want to tell you all, you better be very, very nice, because we got a great array of gifts coming down. Ho, 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 ho. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas first, but we got the Happy New Year for all the people in Revere. So I want to thank you all for watching the Legends of Professional Wrestling, as well as, that's right, the best of Empire Pro Wrestling. I'm the Boston Bad Santa. So we'll see you next time, and have a very merry, merry holidays from everyone, our staff at Revere TV, and of course, the Boston Bad Santa. So be good. And we're back here, Legends of Professional Wrestling. This week, I hope you enjoyed a visit from the Boston Bad Santa. Can you believe it? He made an appearance here at Revere TV. Oh my God, if it wasn't all the great things that we had. We got Dasher, Dancer, and Prancer. Then we had all the other ones too that we had, all the great, great names. And, you know, Vixen, and Cupid, and Comet, and Donna, and of course, Blitzen. And of course, the famous one of all we all know. No, it wasn't Rocky Raymond. I don't pull sleds, okay? No, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Get it straight. This week we want to see you all watching this great, great edition of Legends of Pro Wrestling. We only got a couple left. Andre the Giant, Bob Backlund. And right now, let's start with Bruno Sammartino and Andre the Giant right here. Unbelievable action right here. Look at that picture. Look at the size of Andre the Giant. This man was 7'4", towering over most men. Bruno Sammartino wasn't a small guy. He wasn't greatly large either as far as his height goes. And Andre the Giant was a great, great friend of Bruno Sammartino. There's Andre the Giant, 7'4", from Grenoble, France. This man towered over most of any particular wrestler from his time. He traveled all over the world, whether it be across the coast, back down, all the way around, whether it be AWA, NWA, Mid-Atlantic, all the great big territories back in the day. Andre the Giant was there, that's right, because he was an attraction. He was shown only monthly, maybe every 3, 4, 5 months, not every week, not wearing out your presence, your ring presence. So a guy like the Big Show, you know, he's not a great every week you see him on TV. He's not a surprise. There's no wow factor anymore. When Andre the Giant traveled and he come into a motel or a hotel, mostly a hotel, because he had those big feet. And you know, the Boston Bat Santa told me a little story. He said he was delivering some gifts to Andre the Giant's house, and he had a pair of wrestling boots that Andre bought, a nice red pair. As you can see, those might be them that he's wearing right there. But he had a hard time going down the chimney because the boots were 25, 27 inches long. So when Boston Bat Santa went down that chimney, the boots were scraping along the side of the chimney, causing him many problems. But he did get down the chimney, and Andre the Giant did get his boots that year, and it was a great, happy holiday for Andre the Giant. There he is again. As you can see him stretching those ropes open. As you can see, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. This man was huge. I mean, you wouldn't believe he had hands like frying pans. He had, look at the size of his legs. He had to have all his clothes custom fit. All the great attire that he used to wear. His wrestling tights were specially made. His shoes were specially made. His meals were specially made. And of course, what he liked the most, his drinks were specially made. And there's Andre the Giant right there with Buddy Wolf,
Some of you wrestling fans don't remember these guys, Buddy Wolf. And Andre got him up on that top rope, and he's just about a head over Andre the Giant as he puts him up on that top rope very gingerly. There's Professor Toru Tanaka. Now, this man was deadly. Deadly karate chops, deadly shukas, deadly chokeholds, all sorts of Chinese techniques and devastation. He was in the ring many times with Andre the Giant, and he tried to chop him down to his level. That's right. He tried to chop Andre the Giant down, but in this match, of course, Professor Toru Tanaka was defeated. And again, you can see Andre grabbing that wrist of Professor Toru Tanaka, who's not with us anymore. Unfortunately, a great professional wrestler in his own right. You may remember him as Professor Tanaka and Mr. Fuji, Professor Tanaka and Mr. Saito, Professor Tanaka and Mitsu Awakawa, if you go way back, way back. And as you can see, Andre the Giant, with his hands, he could break your wrist like a pretzel. And there's big Blackjack Lanza. Blackjack Lanza was a big man too, you know. He wasn't, not that, he was very, very tall. As you can see, he's almost up to Andre the Giant, almost. I did say almost. As you can see, Andre the Giant took on all comers, whether it be the Blackjack, Mulligan and Lanza, whether it be all the great, great guys that he wrestled, and later on he became the super machine with Blackjack, Mulligan, as well as all the other things. He went to Japan, and he became the Machines. And you can see Andre the Giant with this man. This man was a big man. This man, Don Leo Jonathan, he was a big man. As you can see, Andre the Giant tower over him. And in this week, we got some great matches, oh yeah, on our Mac Classics. So get your mother out of the kitchen, get your grandmother off the phone, and get down and watch Legends of Pro Wrestling tonight. Don't get up. If you're going to get cookies and milk, you better go now. You better go now, because this is a great show with the Mac Classics from Andre the Giant. You're going to be seeing them momentarily. Here's a wrestling program from the Boston Garden, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship Wrestling. As you can see, the price of that program, 75 cents. And on the cover, Andre the Giant, 7'4", 424 pounds. And on that particular night, I believe he was wrestling Killer Khan. And only I, the Boston Bad Boy, has the footage of Andre the Giant against Killer Khan, where Killer Khan actually broke Andre the Giant's leg. Here's a nice caricature of Andre the Giant, much like the King Kong posters of back in the day, when Andre the Giant towering over all these buildings. As you can see, they were trying to say that Andre the Giant was the biggest man in all of professional wrestling, and I believe he was. Here's another one here, Andre the Giant. He was always in handicap matches. They put him in there against 2, 3 guys, and you can see that he always came out ahead because Andre the Giant took all comers on, all of them. He was the policeman of the WWF. Any problems in the dressing room, any problems going on, Andre the Giant would fix them just like that. Here's another old program of Andre the Giant on one of the midnight shows before Johnny Carson. There's Andre the Giant on there, and that was a Saturday night show, I believe, or maybe it was a weekly show with, this was the man that was on before Johnny Carson. I don't have his name particularly, but you might recognize him. All you old wrestling fans out there may know who the man is. He's measuring his hand up to Andre the Giant, and there's no comparison. As you can see, Andre the Giant, he'll make anyone look like a dwarf. And here's another one of Andre the Giant. Now he's going up to 7'5", 450 pounds. He's growing by the minute, because all you people may know he had that disease, that growing disease, where he just kept growing. His bones kept getting bigger, his legs, his arms, his head, his whole body, until finally it took over his body, and it made him very uncomfortable, and hard to get in the ring and wrestle. He was in pain a lot of the time, but he came out and wrestled for all the great fans and all his fans across the world. Andre the Giant, he was a great, great guy in the ring. And I don't know how great he was in the ring because I never wrestled him. But I know he's very dangerous, and he can really, really hurt you if he really wanted to. Here's a nice shot of Andre with Chief Jay Strongbow and Billy White Wolf. Back in the day, the Indian tag team known as the Indians, if you will. That was going back way, way, way back in the, I would say the 80s, I would say. And there's a nice program out of Los Angeles, California, the Olympic Auditorium. And you can see a picture of Bob Backlund. And incidentally, the next feature of Legends of Professional Wrestling is going to be Bob Backlund. So that's going to be coming up on our next show after the new year. Hope you guys enjoyed all the Legends of Professional Wrestling with all the Mac Classics from the Boston Garden, as well as Madison Square Garden, Pennsylvania, Providence Civic Center, and all the great footage that we showed you from around the world. Here's another program shot, Andre the Giant with Indian Chief Jay Strongbow, and a shot of Chief Jay Strongbow with Bruno Sammartino, as well as Jose Gonzalez with Strongbow, and I believe that's Johnny Rivera. And then on the bottom, you got, of course, Haystack Calhoun with Indian Chief Jay Strongbow. And a picture here with, at that particular time, the Puerto Rican sensation Pedro Morales, looking at the size of the hand of Andre the Giant. Can you believe it? Look at the size of his hand. Unbelievable. And you can see all the great pictures and programs right here on Legends of Professional Wrestling. Okay, we're going to come back here with Mac Classics from the Boston Garden momentarily. And we have some great footage of Andre the Giant in the six-man tag. We got him refereeing Dusty Rhodes against superstar Billy Graham. We also have Andre the Giant in that match with Killer Khan, where Andre the Giant had his leg broken, and he was rushed to the Beth Israel Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, after that particular wrestling show at the Boston Garden. So we're coming right back at you with the Mac Classics from the Boston Garden with who? Rocky Raymond, the Boston Bad Boy. we're back here, the Mat Classics from the Boston Garden. The best of Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream coming to Boston. Superstar Billy Graham, his opponent. And the special guest referee, the eighth wonder of the world, from Grenoble, France, 7'4", Andre the Giant, the legendary man. No man bigger. No man could tame this man. No man could beat this man. And there's the opening bell right here. Superstar Billy Graham against the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I'm the voice of the Mat Classics. Rocky Raymond, often imitated but never duplicated right here. As you can see, the big man is 7'4", Andre the Giant. Here he is. He's not going to have any shenanigans going on. The American Dream took advantage of that one. Unbelievable action from the Boston Garden. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Superstar Billy Graham, the most colorful man in all of pro wrestling, more color than a box of crayons. As you see, Dusty Rhodes now coming on strong on the Superstar with those bionic elbows. And the 7'4" Andre the Giant looking on, precariously looking on now. As you can see, that top wrist lock on the Superstar Billy Graham. Superstar now shoots Dusty into the ropes. One shoulder tackle now as the big American Dream goes up now. Scoop slam, flying body press, no. Lateral press by Dusty Rhodes on top of the back of the 7'4" Andre the Giant. Look at the size of this man with his colorful blue slacks he has on. And the American Dream gets picked up like a bag of donuts. Back now, test of strength by Superstar Billy Graham and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. A special guest referee tonight, Andre the Giant, the late great Andre the Giant. Looks like he got poked in the eye there. Oh, Superstar hits him in the back now. And Dusty Rhodes, a little confusion going on in this match as the 7'4" Andre the Giant looks on as the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, has the bear hug on Superstar Billy Graham. And they're fighting their way to the mat now as the Giant tells the American Dream he's not going to stand for any shenanigans. Don't be pulling that big hairdo of Andre the Giant. And Superstar Billy Graham tearing down into Dusty Rhodes. Collar and elbow now as the American Dream backed into the corner by the Superstar. As he hits it with that big right hand, followed up by a big heavy boot. And Superstar Billy Graham putting it on now on the American Dream. Oh, look at Andre. Andre, I told you, he's not going to stand for any of it. Oh, no. When he says break the hold, get out of the corner, you better do so. Look at the American Dreams groveling up like a little sneaky mouse, trying to get between the legs of the Giant. And Superstar's outside the ring now. Looks like he got some kind of a bull rope. This is not a bull rope match. This is just a regular section and supervised WWW. I don't know all these WFs, the old-time legends from the Boston Garden. Superstar Billy Graham, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, with the great late Andre the Giant as a special guest referee. Dusty with the side headlock now on Superstar. Looks like someone cracked him. Someone cracked the Giant, trying to find out what's going on. Who hit him on the back? Another crack now. They're taking turns, Dusty and Superstar, mixing up the Giant. Superstar now with that headlock on the American Dream. He's wrenching him up now. Cinching it in now on the American Dream. Dusty. Oh, look at that was Dusty. Clear blue. And it looks like Andre is going to blame Superstar. There's the bell. The winner, Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream. And we're back here at the Boston Garden tag team match. Andre the Giant and Nino Bravo from Canada versus the Lumberjack, Pierre and Crusher Blackwell. The big AWA star coming to the WWF have to be a contender. Tag team action at its finest. There's that opening bell now. Andre the Giant in there with Pierre the Lumberjack. And our referee for this one, Eddie Santa Maria, better known as Milky. Big chop now by Andre the Giant. And Pierre, and then another one in the corner, using that rear end, backing it into Pierre now. Andre with that big hand now. Oh, you don't want to get caught with that. Look at the side of that hand on the 7'4" Giant. It looks like a catcher's mitt. And Pierre now caught in a handshake with Andre the Giant. Got him up. I'm sure he's going to put him down. And he's going to put him up and down like a yo-yo, if you will. Andre the Giant, better known as the eighth wonder of the world, wrestling all the great names and beating everyone. No one can beat this man, Andre the Giant. And his career ending at a very, very, very large size, being over 500 pounds. As you can see, this man, Crusher Blackwell. Look at the size of this man. And Andre hits him with a big headbutt, I believe. And Crusher Blackwell on the receiving end of Andre the Giant's crushing headbutt. Here in the Boston Garden, look at the strength of Andre. As Crusher Blackwell with a side headlock on Andre, just picks him up, shoots him into the ropes now with that big boot. Now it's Andre the Giant. The referee, Eddie Santa Maria, looking on as the big Crusher crumbles like a coffee cake. He looks like a big round coffee cake as it is, as Dino Bravo puts it on hot and heavy. Big drop kick now. Crusher Blackwell sitting down, going in for a lateral press. Just the 2 count now as Pierre the Lumberjack. Oh, Andre got you. Oh, he boots him in the back end. And Pierre trying to sneak in and get Dino off that lateral press on big Crusher Blackwell. The AWA star coming to the WWF at that particular time. And the president at that particular time, I believe, was Willie Gilzenberg, if I'm particularly right. Don't quote me. It was a long, long time ago, as Dino Bravo and Crusher Blackwell on the receiving end of some crushing blows, rights and lefts, and Andre holding him up now. And Dino Bravo wants the one more good one. Oh, he lays it in hot and heavy on Crusher Blackwell. He's got to be about 500 pounds himself, 450 anyways. Big drop kick now. Watch out, Dino. Lateral press by Dino Bravo, the Canadian strongman. And Andre the Giant sits up on him. Just a 2 count, a big hip toss now by Pierre the Lumberjack as he puts a big boot. Now Pierre with the leg drop now. It's Crusher Blackwell. This action is hot, fast, furious. Andre the Giant, the best of Andre the Giant. You can see some great matches. The great Battle Royals coming up. The legendary Battle Royal with the who's who in wrestling. The Valiants are in there, all the great names. The Sheik, Superstar Billy Graham, Bobo Brazil, all the great names in that Battle Royal coming up. And we're going to have some great action in the weeks to come on the best of the Boston God Mad Classics. Oh, yeah. We got it all right here. Dino Bravo trying to break his way out of the corner now as Crusher Blackwell and Pierre the Lumberjack traps him in the corner. Big Crusher Blackwell. Here comes Andre the Giant. The big man from Grenoble, France, 7'4". Watch out for him. Here comes the big man. Here comes the big man, Crusher Blackwell. Oh, he's got to be about 450, 475. Oh, nobody home as Dino Bravo with that speed, unbelievable speed. Here comes the 7'4", 747 splash. It's Andre the Giant. The Giant covered Crusher Blackwell. Here it is. Here's the big annual Battle Royal featuring Andre the Giant from the Boston Guard. This is the one I told you about. Superstar Billy Graham. Look like big Stan Hansen in there, the man that broke San Martino's neck. Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry the Valiant. Pat Patterson. I believe Dominic DeNucci's in there. Dick the Bulldog Brower, Power. The Iron Sheik, Swede Hansen. All the big names. Bobby Duncombe. Unbelievable. Gorilla Monsoon, the Moncharian Giant. The unpredictable one, Johnny Rods, is in there. Jose Estrada is in there. Oh, we got them all right here. Tony Altamori, the late, great Tony Altamori, one half of the Sicilians. Oh, yeah. Wrestled in the 50s all the way up. Tony Altamori. And get ready for the action. Here it is. Sweet Hansen's in there. The Sheik, Patterson, the Valiants, Jimmy, Johnny, Jerry. Andre the Giant featured in this one, the big Battle Royale. Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, boy. Tony Altamori's in there. Watch out for Tony Altamori. He might pull out a Sazichula. And we got the great Ivan Putski in there, battling out with the Sheik. And Pat Patterson's in there now. He's going back and forth with, I believe, Ted DiBiase at this particular time. A young Ted DiBiase. In the corner, we got the Valiants and Johnny Rods. We got Big Sweet Hansen, the Crusher. In the far corner, we got Pat Patterson. He's battling out with, I believe, Johnny Rivera. And there goes one outside the ring. Who could that be? That might have been, I believe, one of the Cowboys. Bobby Duncombe, I believe. And we got Andre the Giant, got Patterson in the middle of the ring in a big chokehold. Patterson way up in the rafters. That's high elevation. Ivan Putski wandering around, the Iron Sheik behind him. Watch out for that Sheik from Iran, Tehran. The Sheik's number one. Iran number one, you know him. You know what he got to say about USA. And DiBiase and the Sheik now, and Big Sweet Hansen jumping on the back, Andre the Giant. Johnny Rod's going back and forth. Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry, they're sticking together as a team. And Gorilla Monsoon's in there. Watch out for the big Gorilla. Gorilla Monsoon in the far corner. We got DiBiase with Dick the Bulldog Brower. I believe we got Andre the Giant on the other side. Who's he in there with? Trying to get the Iron Sheik out. Big Jerry Valiant over there with Big Sweet Hansen. Dick the Bulldog Brower with the other Valiant. Jimmy in the corner with Monsoon. Danucci and the Valiant going at it. And Estrada's in the other corner. Unbelievable action here on the great Mat Classics from the Boston Garden. Needless to say, this viewing pleasure to all you wrestling fans. Once in a lifetime. You can only get these on DVD. You can only get them from me, BBB. Often imitated but never duplicated. It's Rocky Raymond, Andre the Giant and the Sheik now. The Sheik looks like he's on his way out. See you later, Sheik. And in the far corner, we got Andre the Giant with the Valiant brothers headbutting Jimmy. Jerry looks on. Oh boy, Putski's off the ropes now. Johnny Valiant. Johnny Rodz takes a backdrop by Jose Estrada. Monsoon got his hands on somebody. Dick the Bulldog Bowers in the other corner resting. And in the other corner, we got, what do we got here? Looks like 2 or 3 different guys. Oh, Johnny Valiant, Dick the Bulldog Brower, Monsoon, Danucci. Jimmy with DiBiase. There goes somebody. There goes Dominic Danucci. Got thrown off by the Manchurian Giant, Gorilla Monsoon. Unbelievable wrestling action. These are the great Mat Classics from the Boston Garden. These matches will never be seen again. Only here on the great Mat Classics from the Boston Garden. With me, it's BBB, better known as Rocky Raymond. Andre the Giant looking on now. They look like they're going to form a 6-man tag. Looks like it's the Giant, Monsoon, and DiBiase against Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry, the Valiant brothers from New York City. And they're getting their strategies down, as you see, Andre. Here comes the big Gorilla Monsoon on the back of the Giant, crushing Jimmy in the corner. Oh my good God. Pancake City. It looks like Monsoon's trying to get Jerry out with DiBiase. And it looks like the Giant, they're trying to get the Giant looped up in the ropes. They're trying to loop him up, loop him and dope him. Monsoon walking around, he's chopping you like a Frisbee, making you spin all around. And it looks like Jimmy's up on top of Monsoon's back. Johnny's going to the top rope. Looks like Monsoon, oh! Monsoon got caught with that double axe handle to the top of the head. Looks like Jimmy and Johnny trying to get Monsoon out. Oh, the ring broke. Monsoon busted the ropes. Johnny's got DiBiase over the top. Jimmy shot him over. All 3 on the Giant. They're using those ropes now. They're choking out the Giant. They're trying to choke out this big oak tree. 7'4", Grenoble, France, legend in professional wrestling. And it looks like Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry on top of the Giant now. Eddie Santa Maria outside the ring now. And they're putting pressure on the, oh my good God, the Giant pushed off. Jimmy can't believe the unbelievable strength of this Giant. Johnny, Jerry, Jimmy. Unbelievable action here at the Great Mat Classics. And they're tying up the Giant. Look at Jimmy. Jimmy's being cocky. They boot to the midsection now as Jerry and Johnny hold up the big Giant. The big Giant getting the boots put to him by handsome Jimmy Valiant off the ropes. Oh, a clubbing forearm now by Jimmy Valiant. He's backing up again. He's going to club him again. Oh, he got caught with that big boot, sending Jimmy out. Oh, he slammed them together. There goes Johnny. And it looks like Gentleman Jerry. Oh, he's caught alone with the big 7'4" Andre the Giant. Oh, no. Jerry wants his way out. Oh, there's a big right hand now across the kisser. Got him in that big headbutt now. Andre the Giant Holy cano. Oh, no, not another one. Big atomic knee drop coming up. See you later, Jerry. And the winner of this annual Battle Royale from Grenoble, France, 7'4", over 500 pounds, Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, the winner of this annual Battle Royal from the Mat Classics from the Boston Garden. Hope you enjoyed the action so far. These matches are unbelievable. Andre the Giant now. Quick one against Big Swede. Big Swede. Swede Hansen now and Andre the Giant. Oh no, Big Swede, you're not going to get the Giant up like that. Oh no, you won't. Absolutely not, as the Big Giant scoops up Swede Hansen. Oh, what a slam. Unbelievable now. Big Swede Hansen now. Oh, he's going to break that hold. Oh, right down on the backside. Andre the Giant with a bear hug now on Big Rob Bone Swede Hansen. How many remember Rob Bone Swede? Oh yeah, he was a big man on his own right. Andre the Giant now trying to get, oh no, big backdrop. Oh, he's going to sit out on him. It's all over. Andre the Giant. We're back here at the Boston Garden. It's Andre the Giant against Killer Khan, the big one, the big stretcher match. The crazy killer, Killer Khan, against Andre the Giant. And they're on here before the bell. Andre the Giant pile drives Killer Khan. But now you see Killer Khan with those deadly knee drops on Andre the Giant. He's got his leg tied up in the ropes. This may or may not have been the match that Andre the Giant broke his leg, ending up in Beth Israel Hospital here in Boston. But the Giant got the big suplex on Killer Khan. Killer Khan does the big suplex now in this stretcher match. And Killer Khan trying to get the Giant on, and the Giant trying to get the Killer on that stretcher. Right here at beautiful Boston Garden. And Andre the Giant shoots him into the ropes now, and big karate chop by Killer Khan. Killer Khan on that top rope, and Andre shoots him off for a big Giant slam off the top rope. And the Giant now sitting out on Killer Khan. 1, 2, and he's sitting out again. 3. Mario Savoli can't control the Giant. They're trying to get control. Here we go. Here's a big one. Here's a big one right here. Blackjack Lanza, Blackjack Mulligan with Looney Lou Albano. And they're going to meet the team of Andre the Giant, Irish Pat Barrett, and Dominic DeNucci. All the great matches from the Boston Garden. You can catch them all right here on the Mat Classics. That's right. Andre the Giant, Irish Pat Barrett with Captain Lou Albano. They're going crisscross now. As you can see, Looney Lou hitting those ropes. And Irish Pat Barrett with a wild swing, and Lou Albano holds on. Tags in the big Blackjack. Blackjack Mulligan. Oh yeah, big Blackjack Mulligan. In the ring now, Lou Albano with Dominic DeNucci. As these two Italians go at each other, as they switch off again, it's Andre the Giant. The top wrist lock on big Blackjack Mulligan. Lanza's in the ring now. Lanza and Mulligan are in the ring against the Giant. They don't know what to do about the 7'4". And they change up again now. It's Irish Pat Barrett gets tripped up by Lanza. Mulligan with a big elbow on Irish Pat Barrett. 1, 2, 3. And that's the fall, the first fall in the six-man tag, and Albano almost got caught by the Giant, but the Giant and Albano and Lanza, they ran their heads together. Irish Pat Barrett and Albano with a, oh, he got a jawbreaker on Albano. Look at the crazy man go now. Oh, he got stung by a bee right there. Oh, a big wild arm against Barrett. And Albano's going back and forth now. Albano's loose in the ring. He's like a loose Indian. And DeNucci got Albano. DeNucci and Barrett ram his head into the corner buckle. Andre the Giant's in there. They're losing control in this six-man tag. It's going too wild. Barrett and Lanza. DeNucci and Albano. Andre and Mulligan. They're going crazy here in this six-man tag. They're going to call it DQ. They're throwing this match out. We're back at the Boston Garden. It's Captain Lou Albano's team of Handsome Jimmy and Luscious Johnny, the Valiant Brothers. And their opponents tonight, Tony Garea and Dean Ho, the Happy Hawaiian. And look at that crazy loony Lou Albano, troublemaker all the time, grabbing all the referees, trying to distract the referees while their team can move right in for the kill, if you will. Captain Lou Albano. And it's Tony Garea over the back of Jimmy into Johnny, back to Jimmy. Jimmy Valiant hits the mat now as Tony Garea works on Johnny in the corner, Jimmy in the ring. These two guys, Handsome Jimmy, Luscious Johnny, better known as the Valiant Brothers. We squeeze this one in for you. This is a big, big extra. As you see Johnny Valiant over the back of Tony Garea now as the Happy Hawaiian on the apron. And Tony Garea crashes down on Johnny with a big forearm smash. The Happy Hawaiian in the corner, better known as Dean Ho. How many of you remember Dean Ho, the Happy Hawaiian? Tony Garea in the ring now with Johnny V, and Johnny V underneath the Jimmy. And it looks like the Happy Hawaiian's in there now. Top turnbuckle into Jimmy Valiant's head now. And you see the Happy Hawaiian putting the boots to Jimmy Valiant. Johnny adding in now, catch the chop on the grid. Oh yeah, big turnbuckle now, and Dean Ho now back on Jimmy in the corner. These are the Great Matt Classics from the Boston Garden. Irish whip in the corner, there goes Jimmy. Johnny coming in, catch a chop. Tony Garea levels Jimmy with a big forearm crash into the corner now. Johnny and Jimmy, they're in the corner. Meeting of the minds coming up, I do believe. As you can see Johnny with Dean Ho, Jimmy with Tony Garea as they collide. Two worlds collide here at the Boston Garden. Our referee for this one, Tom McNeely. Oh yeah, the old boxer. You remember Tom McNeely? He was the New England champion at one time, I believe. And Jimmy snaps over Tony Garea, I believe. And Dean Ho catches a boot by Johnny into the midsection. This action is fast and furious. As you can see, the Happy Hawaiian slamming Jimmy. Johnny slams his head into the turnbuckle. Jimmy drops an elbow on Dean Ho, and they're choking away on the Happy Hawaiian. Throwing him into the corner now. Tag. Tony Garea's in now. In the corner, Irish whip into that corner now. Tony Garea. In comes Johnny. Catches the forearm. As well, and they're in the corner now. Another turnbuckle for Big Johnny V. Jimmy catches the boot to the midsection as Tony Garea whips him off the ropes now. Big drop kick now by Garea. In for a lateral press. To no avail as Johnny breaks up the count. And Dean Ho leaves a leg of his own right into Jimmy. Jimmy back on his feet now as he's working in the corner. Double slam on Tony Garea. Big elbow now. And Jimmy in for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And the winner, the Valiant Brothers, Handsome Jimmy and Luscious Johnny. And they're going about congratulating each other, hugs and kisses and all the great things. One of the greatest tag teams in all of the Boston Garden. Royals, the annual Battle Royals from the Boston Garden, all the great action. And in this Battle Royal tonight, we got Big Bruiser Brody, we got the Executioners, Gas House Gilbert, Paul Kamata, Billy White Wolf, Larry Zbyszko, Johnny Rhodes, Manuel Soto, Pete Sanchez, Pistol Pete Sanchez. Oh yeah, we got them all right here. Stan the Man stays the action there. As well as Big Nikolai Volkov, as well as the Olympic strongman Ken Patera. Oh yeah, the winner of this match will get a shot at the living legend Bruno Sammartino. Oh, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship. Johnny Rivera's in there. Chief J. Strongbow's in there. SD Special Delivery Jones. Baron Mikel Cicluna. The names go on and on right here at this annual Battle Royal. We hope you enjoyed the best of Andre the Giant, the little footage that we had. And they're going at it right here at the Boston Garden. It's wild action. Executions in there against Johnny Rivera, Patera and Johnny Rivera. It looks like, yes, Pat Patterson's in the corner with the Executioner. Ken Patera's battling it out with Johnny Rivera. Doug Gilbert's in there. Gas House Doug Gilbert. S.D. Jones is in there. They're trying to get someone over that top rope. Nikolai Volkov and the Executioner. Nikolai hits Johnny Rods. S.D. Special Coco Jones is in there. Gonzalez eye-rakes Nikolai. They're trying to work on Patera. The Executioners are working on Patera. Pat Patterson, better known as Patricia Patterson in the underworld, is in there. Johnny Rods clips Billy White Wolf. Big Bruiser Brody's in there. As well as Stan the Man Stasiak with the hot punch. SD Delivery Joan looking for a piece of chicken in the middle of the ring. As well as I believe in the corner we got someone going at it. Looks like Torquemada. Pat Patterson's in there. SD Special Delivery Jones and Patera. Nikolai Volkov got hold of Brody. Johnny Rivera smashing down on him. Gas House Gilbert takes a wild swing at Billy White Wolf while Nikolai Volkov holds on. And SD Special Delivery Jones and Sanchez put the boots to Torquemada. Doug Gilbert breaks it up. The Executioner clips the side of SD Special Delivery Jones as SD headbutts Doug Gilbert. Patera's in the corner with Patterson. Johnny Rods is on the back of Patterson. Larry Zbyszko with Gas House Gilbert in the corner. Stasiak picking his spots. Nikolai and Stasiak just threw out Johnny Rivera. They're trying to get Patera over the top rope over here. We got the Executions with the mask on backwards. Johnny Rods and Pete Sanchez now going after the Executioners. Sanchez clips Rods. It's wild here. It's a battle royal. It's a wild battle royal. Torquemada taking a break in the corner. Baron Mikel Cicluna gets a shot by Johnny Rods. They're all going crazy here. And it looks like Pistol Pete Sanchez was going to clock somebody. And Patterson and Stasiak are going at it. Jose Gonzalez and Johnny Rods is going at it. Executions are still in there. Nikolai's still in there. Zbyszko's in there. Big Nikolai Volkov. He's a big one. He's the man. He's the big one. As you see outside the ring go two people. SD Joe. There goes Patera. Larry Zbyszko drop kick Patera out. And Gonzalez and Zbyszko are celebrating. Oh, he hammers him again with a forearm. Strongbow on the Executioner in the corner now. Patera up on the table. He wants back in. He wants to get back in the Battle Royal. But to no avail. Patterson's still in there. And it looks like Johnny Rods almost went over. Gonzalez came close to going over that top rope also. Oh yeah, this is the annual top rope Battle Royal. Over the top. And it looks like Gas House Gilbert now hammering down on Zbyszko again. Nikolai and Billy White Wolf. The Execution still. The Strombow's going into his dance against Stasiak now. Big boot to the midsection of Stasiak. Followed up by a chop, a boot, another boot, and another chop. And Stasiak's all over the place. Trying to get Stasiak out. Billy White Wolf and Strongbow. Oh, they came close, but to no avail. The Executions are still in there. Johnny Rods is in there. Baron Mikel Cicluna. As well as Nikolai Volkov and Johnny Rods in the far corner. Pete Sanchez taking a break. There goes one of the Executioners. Two of the Executioners. The Indians and the Executioners now all balled up now like a big snowball. And they roll right over that top rope as Johnny Rods gives a helping hand. In the corner, you got Torquemada now. Just taking a break. You got Stasiak, Gonzalez, Rods, Pete Sanchez, and Stasiak. Nikolai. Oh, there goes Johnny Rods. He gets thrown over by Pistol Pete Sanchez. And you got Baron Mikel Cicluna, Jose Gonzalez, Stasiak. Look at the big Baron. The Baron's taking it on his own. Oh, looks like two men throw him out. There goes big Baron Mikel Cicluna, big Nikolai on the back now of Gonzalez. Oh, we're going to turn this one into a six-man tag. Big Torquemada gets up now after his big rest. Stasiak, Kamata. It looks like we got Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Zbyszko. And Torquemada now begging off now. Long little time with the team. They want to negotiate. They want to make some negotiations. As you can see, Larry Zbyszko, Pete Sanchez, and Jose Gonzalez are going to be going up against Stan the Man Stasiak, the man from the Orient, Torquemada, with his deadly feet, Deadly Salt, and the man from Portland, Oregon, I believe Stan the Man Stasiak. Kamata and Zbyszko. Nikolai and Sanchez. Gonzalez and Stasiak. They're all pairing off now. Big Nikolai gets ducked under, hits the top turnbuckle as Sanchez sneaks away. And it looked like they got Big Tor Kamata out. Big Tor went through the ropes. Big Nikolai in the corner now. Gonzalez. Oh, he caught a knee, Gonzalez. Stasiak in there with Pistol Pete Sanchez. Oh, he caught him. He clipped him. He clipped him with that hard punch. Watch this Stasiak. He's going to ram him together. Little do-si-do. Stasiak catches a forearm by Pistol Pete with a big right hand now. Ringing the bells of Stan Stasiak. Oh, Stasiak caught him with the hard punch. Threw him over the top rope. Now it's Gonzalez, Stasiak, and Big Nikolai Volkov. Unbelievable. Big drop kick by Gonzalez. Another drop kick on Nikolai. Gonzalez holding his own here against these two big giants, Nikolai Volkov and Big Stan the Man Stasiak. And the winner of this battle royal gets to meet the living legend Bruno Sammartino. Oh, he almost hit Nikolai with the big hot punch. Ducked out just in time. Oh, he blocked it again now. It's Gonzalez, faster than a whip. Forearm smash against Big Nikolai Volkov. And it's Stasiak now moving in. It looks like trouble for Gonzalez. Big headbutt. Big boot to the midsection of Gonzalez. Backing up with a big one. Oh, he caught him in the midsection now. And they're easily going to take him over the top rope. These two men, Nikolai Volkov, Stan the Man Stasiak. Are they going to go at it? Looks like they're talking about something. No. All right, they're going to call the referee in. They're going to call the referees in now. I believe they're going to go for a coin toss here. I believe so. And the winner of this coin toss, Big Nikolai Volkov. He will be meeting Bruno Sammartino. And here's a clip from the Battle Royal singles. We've got Johnny Rivera, Gashouse Gilbert. Big drop kick by Johnny Rivera, who later became one of the Invaders' big team in Puerto Rico. Big backdrop by Gashouse Gilbert, the father of Eddie Gilbert. And he shoots Rivera off the ropes, a roll over the back now, and Johnny Rivera clocks him with another drop kick. Goes in for a lateral press. And almost a 3 count now as the ropes. Johnny Rivera slinging him. Irish whip. There goes the Gashouse. Oh, in the corner again. And a third time now as Johnny Rivera tags him with the drop kick. And another drop kick, but nobody home. He finds Rivera. Big neck breaker by the Gashouse man himself. 1, 2. And the winner of this one, Gashouse Gilbert. Here's a big one, Ken Patera. How many people remember the Olympic strongman, Ken Patera? And his opponent tonight, Jose Gonzalez. Big boot now by Patera as he's putting it hot and heavy on this Latin star from Puerto Rico. In from behind with the reverse headlock, Ken Patera now putting the boots hot and heavy to Gonzalez. Big uppercut now sends Gonzalez railing. And Gonzalez comes back with one of his own, but to no avail. Patera whips him into that corner buckle. And it's the Olympic strongman Ken Patera putting the knees across the chest of Jose Gonzalez. Throws him over that top rope. It's Ken Patera. And Gonzalez now taking the count outside. Patera brings him in the hard way with a big forearm smash. And Gonzalez with a little life left in him, coming back with a couple of forearm smashes. Patera now weakening. Gonzalez got a roll going. And Patera backed into the corner by Gonzalez. Hot and heavy now off the ropes. An elbow missed. Drop kick by Gonzalez, sending Patera. A second one, but nobody home. Here comes Big Patera with the big elbow. 1,
2, 3.
Someone with the living legend, Bruno Sammartino. It's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend, Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Well, a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto coraggio e supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's going to be there. The interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Great 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino, be there.
All right, we're back here, Legends of Professional Wrestling, right here at Revere TV, your source of community cable, right here. That's right, if you want the best, you tune it in each and every Wednesday night. Keep it right, keep it tight. From 8 to 9, 9 to 10, do it all over again on Saturday afternoon with all the great shows that you're going to see right here. Where? Revere TV. With who? The living legend of Revere. Rocky Raymond, that's right, the Legends of Professional Wrestling with the Boston Bad Boy. Hope you enjoyed all those great matches with Andre the Giant. Oh, yeah. The big battle royal with the Valiant Brothers as well as Killer Khan, where Andre the Giant suffered a broken leg. He was right here at the Beth Israel in Boston. Andre the Giant, that's right. As well as all the other great matches that you saw on this week's Mat Classics from the Boston Garden with Dusty Rhodes against superstar Billy Graham, with Andre the Giant as the special guest referee. That's right, Andre the Giant was one of the he was in demand. He was in demand all over the world. That was back when you could go to different territories, whether it be Mid-Atlantic, whether it be Pensacola, whether it be Florida, whether it be anywhere. All these great territories that were around back in the day, but now it's it's like college football. That's where the college football players play before they become professionals. Now these young, if you want to call them professional wrestlers or whatever you want to call them, that are coming into this business these days, they're calling it a business. Back in my day, we called it a profession because you had to be professional. Not only did you have to be a professional wrestler, but you had to be a good worker. And if you know what that means you had to be able to fluctuate, go up and down with different wrestlers that you were wrestling. And of course, Andre the Giant wrestled everybody worldwide. This man went from coast to coast and border to border, whether it been in Europe, whether it been in Australia, all the places that he went, you couldn't name them all. You'd have to have a big thick pad of paper. And we hope you enjoyed this week of Legends of Professional Wrestling, Andre the Giant, and we'll see you next time on Legends of Professional Wrestling.